Much has been said about ZANU-PF Agenda 2030 since the resolution first came to light. An amendment bill has been tabled before Parliament and is now subject to a 90-day period of scrutiny and comment. I share my own views on the bill below. Agenda 2030 is a plot to commit treason. Don't subscribe or like on the bell icon. It would be an act of treason for any member of Parliament, President, or member of Cabinet to continue in office beyond September 2028. Anyone who does so must be prosecuted in an individual capacity for overthrowing the state of Zimbabwe through subverting the constitution. Firstly, the focus on the extension of the presidential term is misleading because it overshadows the extension of the term of parliament by the same length. The president is not a legislator and therefore cannot extend his own term. If the members of parliament elected for a closed 5-year term extend their term by a further 2 years, they will be the culprits, deserving of prosecution. Any attempt to extend the term of parliament and then benefit from it is contrary to section 328(7) of the Constitution, which clearly prohibits that. To achieve the 2030 agenda, ZANU-PF do not only need to amend the few provisions they mentioned in their bill, but to overthrow the whole bedrock upon which the Constitution rests. I will demonstrate that below. It is suspicious that the bill is designed to subvert the constitutional provisions of extending provisions of section 328(6), which mandates that a constitutional bill seeking to amend chapter 4 of the Constitution must be submitted to a national referendum. The question is whether the proposed amendment bill has the effect of amending chapter 4 of the Constitution. The answer is in the affirmative. It is a simple yes, but suspending the right to vote for parliament and the president in 2028, a right enriched in section 67. The bill is a clear alteration of that chapter. Section 67(1)(a) says that free and regular elections are an entrenched right. It is equally notable that section 328(7) says that an amendment to a term limit provision whose effect is to extend the length of the time that a person may hold an office does not apply to the incumbent or a person holding that office. Clearly, the mischief being addressed by this provision was to foreclose the power of anyone to extend the tenure or life of his own office so as to benefit from the amendment. Those spearheading the amendment are ineligible to benefit from the amendment. It is as clear as broad daylight that even if this amendment were to be successful, the current members of parliament and the president do not qualify to benefit from the extension. Technically, they may extend the parliamentary and the presidential terms, but they are themselves disqualified from continuing in office before their 5-year mandate granted by the people in 2023. Doma developments are kuda pangwa ine aiwa achibudiso pachena kuti those who are pushing for agenda 2030 pangwa ine they are committing treason. Vari kutyora mutemo ende zvavari kuita zvikuenda against the provisions of the constitution. Muna comment section medu dzafungura iyi motodi pamusoro pechitiko ichi. Musangana subscribe or like, hit on the bell icon.